recently I came across this amazing landing page by Outfit, which also won, I believe, the site of the day. And they had this cool kind of, reveal animation that I really liked, which isn't too complicated as it seems. So I thought, why don't I teach you guys how to make? So when I refresh the page, you'll see that we have this cool kind of image stacking up, and then we have the text kind of revealing itself, and then we have a count that goes on from 0 to 100, and then once that is done, the entire thing basically reveals or hides itself, and then the main content shows up. So it's a very clean, neat, elegant, preloading animation that I thought would be really cool to teach you guys, and I came up with something similar. So if I were to refresh the page, so you will see that we have similar kind of animation happening. Everything hides itself, and then we have the revealing for the heading of the main hero section. So once I refresh again, you'll see that we have images stacking up, revealing, and then the text also appears, and then at the end hides itself along with the count, and then the entire black background hides itself, revealing the actual content or the website. So this is what we're going to be building in this video. The source code as well as the live link is in the description, so you guys can go and check it out. Also, if you guys haven't checked out my last video, so in the last video I've shown you some of the free templates that I released on my component library, which is DMAC. The link to that as well as will be in the description. I said that I would be releasing the paid templates this Sunday, but I got caught up with a lot of stuff and haven't gotten the time to do the left out stuff. But yeah, it will be released really soon. I did work on a couple more of the paid templates, so yeah, it will be up soon. And before I officially do it, I will also be making a video when I will be showcasing the pro templates, just so that you know what you will be getting once you subscribe to the pro. Yeah, so without any delay, let's get started and let's learn to build this cool preloading animation. So here I am in my index.html file, where as you can see we have a bunch of stuff. So we have our style, basically the CSS, as well as the HTML content, and then I've also linked GSAP as well as SplitText. So everything that you see visually is almost there. The only thing that we're missing is the actual JavaScript code. Now, before diving into the CSS as well as HTML, I'm just going to be showing you what we have. So this is what the current styling and HTML does. So this is the output till now, and the loading, or I mean the actual welcoming screen is hidden. Basically it's underneath, and then this is kind of fixed positioning, so it's on top, which I'm going to be explaining in a bit once we dive into the actual code. But this is how everything is rendering. So now let's dive into and let's see what we have in here. So let's start with the HTML. So basically we have two major elements. The first is the loading screen, and then the second one is the section, which is the welcoming or the actual website that you're going to be making. So if you see the landing, I mean the main actual website, we don't have much. We just have a text that we just placed at the center. So this is just that. And if I were to talk about the loading screen, so this element loader has all the things that you see when the screen is dark, the images, text, count, everything. So let's start with this. So in here we have 6 card divs which have 6 different images. Now these are the image that you see basically sort of revealing themselves and stacking on top of each other. So these are those images. And then we have the brand div. Now this brand div, basically what it does, it basically has the logo or the name of the brand, as well as the progress or the count, basically from 0 to 100. That's pretty much the HTML. Now if I were to show you the CSS, we don't have anything fancy. We just have a fancy font. We have basic styling for the image. The loader, which is the black screen, is fixed position, as I've said before. It has darker background, a lighter color. The card, which is the one containing the image, is placed absolutely at the center. So this means that all the 6 different cards that we have all will be stacked on top of each other. So when it renders, it would kind of seem that there's only one, but then if I were to inspect and show you, there are like multiple images, cards on top of each other. So here, as you can see, if I were to delete this, you'd see the one underneath that, so on and so forth. So I can delete this, and then yeah. So that's so yeah, we have the images, so which is this card placed at the center using standard absolute positioning with top 50%, left 50%, transform, translate, and it has a width as well as a height. The brand is also placed absolutely, and then the title within is given a font size, as well as we have styled the count just so that it renders slightly towards the right side of the title. So it basically has 100% of the left and then some additional pixels of value just so that it, has enough room between itself and the title. And then it is pushed upwards, meaning it has a negative top positioning value. And then we've given it a font size. Now the hero, which is the main screen that shows up after the revealing is done. So the hero section has the position relative with height as 100 SVH, which is small viewport height. A lighter background, a darker color, overflow hidden, and then the text which is at the center. We just use position absolute and then place it at the center with white space as no wrap, meaning in case you have a longer text, it won't wrap and come down to a new line. Everything will stay in one single line. So that's pretty much the entire styling. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But when the animation starts off, we have some of the stuff that are hidden. So starting off with the brand. So the brand is hidden, so it's not visible. So we have used visibility hidden. Now you could have used opacity. Anything is fine. So yeah, there's that. And then since we're going to be animating using the clip paths, so what we'll do is we'll give an additional clip path to the loader, which is the screen, the background screen, or the kind of like the canvas onto which we have everything painted. So this is the clip path for that. It does nothing because it is actually, making the entire thing as is. I mean, it's not basically cutting anything, so you won't see any difference. But then in JavaScript, we're going to be changing the values. So then what'll happen is the loader will also kind of, seem as if the entire thing is kind of translating upwards or so. So yeah, there's that. So nothing, as you can see, nothing actually happens. And then we don't want to see the card, so we'll be hiding that. So yeah, we have basically shrunk the size of it. Now you can totally, remove the card, but I think it's fine to, keep some portion of it visible. So there's that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we'll be also hiding the heading, which is the hero section's text that is at the center. And yeah, let's start with the JavaScript. So we start with the script tag. We grab the title, heading, and then the counter. Now the title and then the heading both need to have the masking. So we first split them based off their characters using the SplitText plugin that GSAP has, and then we add mask to them. And then we grab onto also the counter text and save it in this counter variable. Now we set the cards. So we have 6 different cards. We set the Y% as -50, X% as well as -50, and then we scale it to 0. So meaning it's not visible anymore. And each of the different cards that we have will be rotated slightly sort of randomly. So we have an array, and then based off that, we randomly kind of, rotate the images, which obviously won't be visible. But if I were to remove the scale, you'd be able to see that now those are, randomly sort of arranged. Now let's add the scale back, and it's hidden. Now, next thing that we do is the title and then the heading. So if you've seen, the initial animation as well for the text kind of has this subtle rotation. So what we need to do is, apart from placing them Y% as 100, we would also need to add a bit of rotation. So all the characters within the title as well as the heading will have 10 pixels, or sort of basically rotation. And then the transform origin would be, X would be 0% and Y would be 100%. And then we target the count. The count will be placed down, so Y% as 100. And then we have the timeline. Now the GSAP timeline starts with a delay of 0.5. And what we do initially is we take the card, we scale it to 1. The clip path, we make entire thing visible. The duration of this entire thing is 1 second. Ease is power 3 in out, and then it has stagger of 0.2, meaning the next subsequent cards that come in will have a 0.2 seconds of extra delay. And then we make the brand as well visible. Now let's save. As you can see, looks good. Now the brand is visible, but we don't see the text content. The reason for that is because we have already hidden them using these. So we have moved the text down this Y%. Each character is pushed down, so nothing is actually visible. So yeah, we don't see it even though it has the visibility of visible. Now what we have to do is we just need to bring it out. So let's set this, and then we add the 0.35, meaning this would get into effect when it is 0.35 seconds, meaning this entire animation, as the timeline goes, this thing will get into effect when the animation reaches 0.35 seconds of mark. And then we target the title, the characters within Y%, we bring it to 0. Same for rotation and duration as 1. Ease as this, stagger, and 0.35. Let's save. And now as you can see, we have this cool, rotator reveal for the title, which looks pretty sick. Now, next thing is we need to do the same sort of for the count, but then the count has this, incremental animation sort of going from 0 to 100. So what we do is the Y% is 0, the duration is 1, ease is this, and this angle bracket means that start right off when the previous animation starts. So it starts at the same time as the previous tween, which is this. So both will start at the same time. So we'll be able to see the count, as you can see. Now the count has the animation. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a value that initially starts off at 0, ends at value 100, and then the duration is for 2 seconds. Ease is this, and then on update, meaning every time every time the animation happens, and then we have this on update function that gets called. What we have to do is we just have to take the text, and then we just have to assign that as the actual text content. Now keep in mind that we need 3 digits, so pad start needs to have 3 and then 0, and then you need to round it up because we don't want the value to be in decimals. So yeah, there's that. And then everything needs to be a string, so you make it a string, and then you just insert that as the text content. Now this starts off 0.5 seconds after the previous one has ended. So not ended, 0.5 seconds after the previous one starts. So this starts, and then after 0.5 seconds, immediately this one starts off. Let's save, and as you can see, looks pretty good. Now the next thing is, once we're done with this, we need to again hide our title as well as the count and then the images and stuff. Basically revealing as well the loader. So we start with the title, we hide it again with rotation, and then this duration is stagger, and then here instead of specifying when to based off when to start based off the previous twin, we can just straight up assign a specific seconds or a specific value, and then it's gonna start immediately when it reaches that particular timestamp. So in this case, when the animation starts off at 3.25 seconds, you need to start this tween. So that's what it does. Similar way we do for the count as well. And then for the images as well. Now images will be sort of, becoming smaller in size, not completely hiding, but yeah, so this is that. We have the duration, ease, and then stagger. Again, the timestamp, and then the loading screen also needs to hide. So this time we hide it with duration 1, ease, and then this is the timestamp. And lastly, let's first save and let's see. So looks good, hides. Okay, now we need to reveal the text, that is the heading. So we grab the heading, we set it to visible. Now it's visible, and now we can add the tween. So it gets visible at the mark of 4.65 seconds. And then we add a tween, same time stamp of 4.65 seconds. We take the characters, y%0, rotation 0, and then we have duration 1, ease as this, and stagger as this. Let's save, and looks pretty good. So yeah, the source code as well as the live link of this will be in the description, so you guys can go and check it out. If you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell on, because I bring in cool stuff like these every week. So yeah, hope this was fun. And also don't forget to check out DMAC, which is my UI library, which I started off a few months back. And now I am also adding templates. Obviously, the pro templates are not yet released. I've been busy with some other stuff, so I haven't, gotten time, which I promised last week that I would release this Sunday, but I'm afraid we'll have to, stretch it a few more days or so. But yeah, nonetheless, we'll be releasing it really soon. And I have already made quite a few templates, which I will be showing, which are really different from the free ones, because the pro ones have a lot of high level animations. I've used WebGL and then shaders and stuff. I've added a lot of scroll based animations, as well as transitions, paste transitions. I've used the paste transitions in Next.js as well. So there are a lot of stuff that the paid templates have. Yeah, we'll talk more when I make a detailed video on the paid ones once everything is released. But yeah, that's it for this video. Meet you guys in the next. Till then, bye bye, take care, and peace.